guys, I'm Victoria. Welcome to my channel, and guess what today is? April 16th, which means it's Battle at Garden's date release day. Woo! I'm super excited. I had to have so much self-control to not listen to this album last night when it released as well. I'm not gonna be reacting it to the previous songs they released because I have so many videos touching on the previous song. So there are 12 tracks on this album, and I will just play snippets of like the first 3 songs. Josh's vocals! Great songs. I'm Built by Nations. Danny on the drums. I'm just gonna die right here today. I'm just take me out, blown away. I'm stunned. Nations. I wanted to also go, I'm reading Genius, by the way. I just want to see the lyrics that I thought was like really interesting. It's, who is he to think of his survival when a man must kill his home, standing naked in the breast of cannons where companions are alone. I was like, whoa, very deep. Danny was the highlight of that song. I'm super happy for him. I feel like Danny kind of gets lost in the mix sometimes in the band, and I feel like that was his fucking song, bro. Like, whoo. Okay, so when it comes to Age of Machine, I will say, I'm not going to play the song, but I will give my thoughts on it. I think it's very complimentary, like I've said before, to Age of Man from Anthem of the Peaceful Army. I also think Age of Man is more about the beginnings of humanity, and now we're into the future in the darkness of humanity. Tears of Rain. Acoustics. There's acoustic guitar vibe. There's like layered guitar sounds. Okay, why am I crying right now? That was so beautiful. Ross's voice just literally just made me cry. And the song just made me cry. I don't know why. Ugh. Get it together, Victoria. Get it together. Next song is Stardust Chords. Like someone's like marching to the beat of the drums, waiting for like a war to start. When shows start again, this better be the opening song that they enter out to, because this would be like so theatrical, so like bam in your face. You're just feeling the emotion immediately when you hear this live. Like, I can't wait to get this on record. I have 2 or 3 on the way. Yes, I'm crazy. I bought like 3 or 4 pressings. The choir sound. Following the lyrics as I'm listening to the song, just because sometimes I do have a little bit of a hard time interpreting the song a little bit, but I thought it's interesting. It has been said by the lights of the living and the dead, make your bed, even sinners go to drink the wine, break the bread. Whoa. It sounded like an indie alternative song at first, which I thought was interesting. Wow! Oh my god! I need a moment. I need a moment. I love the chorus, that like last instrumental part before the song ends and he goes in with the outro of the song. It has to be in a movie. If that's not in a movie, I'm gonna be shocked. Like, that deserves a fucking Oscar, bro. It's of My Love is the next song. Piano and guitar. Whoa. It was so fast. Whoa. The piano and the guitar and the drums is like hitting me like. Just makes me emotional. Like, I don't understand when people are like hating on Josh's voice. Like I was reading like reviews and they were fucking brutal to read about this album. They were really brutal, especially towards Josh. Piano bridge. The chorus is so like poetic. Like, your mind is a stream of colors extending beyond our sky, a land of infinite wonders, a billion light from here now. Like, it's so beautiful. It makes you think like all the bad things in the world are just, you know, a moment in time and not forever, you know. So well done. Piano bridge, the guitar riffs, like, oh my god, Josh's voice just showcased so well, and I feel like you feel the passion by every single member of the band in this song. This mournful, distorted guitar sound in it, and it's like you're gonna dance out into a ballroom to this song. Poetic and beautiful. That is my final word. The song is Caravel, which I do know is about a Portuguese ship. That drum intro is badass. This 90s grunge sound in this, like, it sounds like a hard rock song, which is something they don't ever like to say that they sound like, and they don't like to say that. I know they're put in that category like them, but I don't think they ever come across as a hard rock band to me. But this song definitely comes off as like a hard rock song. Like, if I were a wrestler, I'd want this to be my theme song when I walk out. Okay, you hear the violin. Josh is really good in this song, but I feel like this song was really showcasing Sam on the bass, the powerful percussion, Danny on the drums. Like, he's powerful on those fucking drums in this song, and the guitar riffs are just so amazing. Is the Barbarians. I've heard a lot about the Barbarians. It says, children with their toys of war, birthright of death with a fiery breath, funeral of any sense, painted up in the red and dressed in lead. And here we are. It kind of reminds me of when we started going to war, even just over like religion in itself. How everybody was so willing to go to war so fast, born to die at that point, be left on the battlefield type of attitude, you know? I just want to say props to Danny. He is stepping up his game. Everybody that I thought was going to shine on this album, Danny is really shining on this album. The experience, and it feels like there's so much, they have so much control, and then they're not letting you fully have that like dramatic sound yet. They're just like wait for it, and then by the end of the song it's like this big explosive dramatic like guitar riff and drums. So the next song is Trip the Light Fantastic. I actually heard this song's a little bit like Hindu mythology, so I'm very intrigued by that. Oh, it was Jimi Hendrix, psychedelic sound. I like that they're using multiple people, like a like an orchestra. So what I like about Trip the Light Fantastic is it is definitely a big score, to be cinematic, and I do believe it leaves you like on this psychedelic trip. You're going through the phases of the song. I do think that's kind of like the last song before we get to the Weight of Dreams. So, and because I know Weight of Dreams is kind of this cliffhanger song, this is that part of the movie that's right before the cliffhanger, so it's like keeping you hanging on until you get to the next phase. On to the last song, the most anticipated song on the entire album. This is kind of part of the Black Exhibition. If you ever heard it live in person, experience to watch, let me tell you. It's a really long song, so this is gonna be cut. We'll leave the main parts that I think are important of this song. You know that this song's about to lay the foundation out for the rest of the next album, so this is definitely gonna be something. Person, oh my god, I'm just getting so many memories right now. The cliffhanger. Understand now like why The Weight of Dreams does sonically explain the entire album in itself. Kind of repeats the general idea of what the album is saying. I think the album is absolutely just mind-blowing. Every single song on that album is a hit. Every single song on that album is just so, you just hear the passion. So complex, it is so heavy, it is so light, it is so positive and dark, and it gives you everything you want in an album. Any artist would want is to achieve something bigger, and more successful than the previous work, and I think they've done that. Album isn't straightforward, and I think there are times where I have a hard time deciphering certain lyrics and certain words, but I do think it tells you overall the story, and I think that's the point. So many people hate on this album, and I can't possibly understand, if you're a lover of music, how. This album comes out live, it is going to be nothing that I've ever experienced in my life. The album's really heavy on production, but they put the work in, and you hear the work that they put in. Now, from listening to previous interviews, that they have said they performed majority of this album live so that you would get a more live experience, cinematic experience. Something like, you know, when you would watch Game of Thrones and you hear the soundtrack, and you would go to hear the Game of Thrones soundtrack live and in person because of that classical orchestra, you know? Of the fact that this album is a mix of rock and this album is a mix of cinematic. It's because I do love Greta Van Fleet, but I really, really love this album. It is definitely my favorite album by them, by far. If you love them, you're gonna love this album. If you hate them and you don't care for them, I don't know how you're gonna feel about this reaction video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I have 2 previous videos, actually not just 2, a couple of videos about Greta Van Fleet, so I will link those down below. Comment your thoughts, I would love to hear it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.